Hello everybody, this is Jeff with FLO-MOTION Performance Whips. Today I'm going to show you how I make my tapered cracker and how you can set yourself up so you can make it repeatable. Let's go over what's needed. You'll need 3 strings, 18 gauge, is probably good, about 24 inches long. I don't use the core of the cracker, the core of the power cord. I use this string. A measuring device, tape measure, ruler, scissors. Need a couple clamps for doing the twisting, a clamp to hold down your rig or jig, and a little jig which I've made, which is just a nail that's bent, this string which pivots around it, but it's the exact length that I want to tie my crackers at. So you have a knot there, and then the extra piece is how long I want the fluff. So that's essentially the size of my cracker. But I'll tie it off the edge here. Okay, let's get started and begin. Okay, so what I have so far is I've clamped my jig to the edge of the table. I'm at a slight angle just due to space limitations in my shop here and the camera. I take my 3 strings. These are nylon, by the way. I forgot to mention that earlier. And you want to get them so they're pretty much even. I've set myself up so the clamps are on either side. My scissors and my lighter are handy because once you start going, it requires a little manual dexterity. But essentially, I hook my clamps up to here. So they're about the same. And I twist everything to the right. Now I'm hanging them so the strings can drape down, otherwise they will get twisted on the clamps and you don't really like that. So I twist it till it makes a nice big ball. Now these 3 strands will produce obviously 6 strands at the top. And that's a nice balance as you transition off the tip of the fall in terms of density and weight. But I don't stay with 6 strands very long. So I twist it till it's got a nice tight bind to it. And I wrap right hand over left hand. And I swap hands. I'm only going to do 3. Make sure it's always got a twist and it's tight. Only 3 twists. Then I'm going to grab everything, pinch it, let this go, take 1 strand, with my scissors I'm going to snip it, and with the lighter I'm going to nip it. That's it. Then I'm going to collect all 3 strands again with my clamp right there at the edge, and I'm going to twist. You must keep the tension on it. I'm going to get another twist out of it. Be sure not to grab that bottom strand. And it's pretty much ready to be let go. So I'm going to let it go, slide down a little bit, put pressure on it by twisting, keeping pressure. And I can move this down a little bit, always twisting to the right, so they both have a nice twist to the right. Now I'm in 5 strand. Now just so you know, this is really similar, if not identical, to Nick Schrader's version of how he tapers and twists the ends of his whip. So I'm going to do this 3 or 4 strands, 3 or 4 twists I mean, and then I'm going to go to the other side, which has 3 strands, and drop 1. Simple as this. I will snip it, and I will nip it with the fire. Then I will grab all 3 again with the clamp, put pressure on it by twisting it, get as many twists on it because it's in there. Then I can slide down, put pressure on it. Same with the other side. Slide down, twist it up to put pressure on it. So now I'm in a 4 strand. I'll do that. Pulling it, keeping all the spacing between these twists pretty good, symmetrical. Periodically you can check with your string. See, I've got tons of room to go. Now I'm going to come down, I want to drop another strand. Snip it, nip it, reclamp it, twist it to put it under pressure. Oh, make sure you get it. Twist it, make sure you get it under pressure. Lock it in, and you can start adjusting and twisting. It's a little tedious. We don't care about that. I'm in 3 strand now. I'm going to go to 2 strand. This will be our final drop. So now you see I'm in 2 strand. Want to make sure you have a nice twist on it. Let's take a measurement. Okay, we're getting close. Always twisting to the right, right over left. Okay, so I'm at my point. This one in my right hand comes from the bottom, so its natural flow will be to go over the top, come around through itself like this, and pull straight down. There you have that. Then what I do is with my measuring string, I can pre-cut the length of my fluff exactly every time, the same thing. Get rid of that. Now for this, if it's short enough, you can just go ahead and nip it. Otherwise, what I do is I nip it pretty close, about between a 1/16 and an 1/8, and I just touch it with the fire. That seals it up. I'll do a better example on this one for you. You can see it really good. See, it melts right in. This one barely came out at all, but I'll nip it. That's it. Then we just, look how stiff it is. That's nice. Then we just slip it off the nail, and we're ready to go install it on our whip. I've got a new set of 5-foot stock whips that I'll be tying it on, and that'll be in another video. Thank you, and hit like and subscribe, and I'll put more out.